Good morning. It is Wednesday, September 10th, about a minute before 4 a.m. Currently watching AST, CUPR, and CDTG. These are all lower float stocks that closed kind of in an upward move from after hours yesterday. Primarily focused on AST because it's put in big moves recently. It's kind of forming this wedge. It popped up to 1020, pulled back, closed at 955. Also, if you click the news, which came out about 12 minutes ago, I guess about 20 minutes ago at this point, it's done a merger with, I think, Strive, and then they also have a Bitcoin Treasury catalyst. So, see what this one's going to do. The kind of crypto catalyst is back in play from, I think, July. We've seen some big moves this week. DSY, CWD. So the game plan is to primarily focus on this one, see what it does. If I see it above 950, I'm probably going to jump in. Ooh, it opened way high. It opened like 3 points higher. Okay, the right move would have been punch it. Just doesn't feel safe buying that high. All right. I'm going to see if we can get a pullback. That would have been a nice move. Hesitated buying that high, which was a mistake. CUPR also pushing higher. I think blue sky on this. ASST. Okay, you have a large range from 1745 to 35. That opened so high, I felt like there was a lot of risk jumping in, but as it turns out, it would have worked out. Spreads are a little tighter. Watching the 5-second chart. Big seller there at 1780, 28,000 shares. CUPR popped up and then pulled back. JBDI pushing a little higher as well. JBDI is in recycling from Singapore. Okay, AST dropping way back. So quickly, I'm going to go through CUPR. You could watch this for a breakthrough VWAP 418. 500, however, is at 4. That's not right. 475. JBDI pushed above VWAP. Might watch this one. Wild selling off. GVH not doing anything. AEHL popped up, pulling back. More large sellers. 1730. You had 90,000 shares. See right there in level 2, dropped down to 17. All right, AHL's done a round trip. GVH not doing anything. Wild selling off. JBDI coming back down, almost doing a round trip. First 1 minute candle making new highs over 1730, but you have those huge sellers in the $17 range. So I'm still watching ASST, CUPR, JBDI. CUPR is biotech out of Singapore, and JBDI is the recycling out of Singapore. Let's go back to JBDI. It's a large pullback from that move. I'm gonna go ahead and get 200 shares there, 541. Double that to 400 at 545. So 648. I'm gonna try to hold this for a little bit longer than normal. I'd like to see this thing push higher. Okay, sevens. Go ahead and take a quarter right there. 9, 11. Go ahead and take the whole thing right there. Boom. 1398 was my exit. That was a quick trade. It's exactly what I was looking for too, based on what we saw for Monday and Tuesday. Solid, especially that pullback. Got out 32 cents below the high. Okay. Should still have some buying power back left over. Only 737. Okay, so yesterday I was in DSY at an extremely good entry right before it squeezed up to $43 a share. Unfortunately, I didn't hold, which is why I held on that move. Today's goal was to hold. I did make about $500 on DSY on the front side of that move. Should have held longer. I sold everything between like 6 and 7. And then I tried getting in on a dip trade on the back end with 25 shares. And then I tried that again with 20 shares. Between those 45 shares, I ended up giving back about 80% of that profit. I was up over $500. Ended the day, I think, with $92. So terrible rookie moves. I knew better. I don't know why I did that. I wasn't thinking. So today's goal was to hold, find a good entry, hold, and then do not take a backside move. And I feel like this right here is a backside move. So I think I'm going to let this thing just do what it does. And I want to see if we have any other stocks that are moving. I also only have, looks like $700 of buying power. So I don't, if I do take a loss with that $700 of buying power, I want it to be small. Just got to be smart with it. I don't know how much that trade was. I don't know if that's right, the 2,800. I guess we could do some quick math. Like I said, Webull's P&L, it doesn't always work around 4. It usually takes like 15, 20 minutes for it to work. So it should be around 2805, which this is showing 2801. So that probably is right. So that's solid. It's extremely solid. Essentially doubled my account size today. So very happy with that. All right, let's see. JBDI pulling back off that move. You can see that's that backside move I was saying. If I would have tried to take another trade there, chances are it would have failed. Even this 5-minute, this is such a large topping tail. I don't think there's anything there. If this tail wasn't so large, I would look for the next 5-minute candle to make a new high. So at 415, see if that could break the high of the current 5-minute candle. But given how large that topping tail is, I don't think that's the smartest trade. And there's so much moving right now, there's no sense in taking anything less than A quality setups. Something else is going to give a nice setup and a good move. So I would just stay patient. CUPR, having trouble breaking the VWAP, but usually when it does that, it breaks later. So I would watch for this thing to test the VWAP again and then see if it can push through. ASST, we missed that initial move. I just felt like it opened too high. I didn't feel comfortable with risk. I was really looking forward to open between 950 and 10, but it opened at 1428. So a decent sized gap. It did pull down to 1030. I never saw 1030 on the level 2, but this candle says it does. Had I seen that, I probably would have tried jumping in, but I never saw it. I only saw 11 and 12 on the level 2. And I was going to take 200 shares on this, and that thing could have flushed right back down to 10. $2 loss, 200 shares, $400 within the first minute at 4 a.m. I just wasn't willing to take that risk. It would have worked out. You would have done a nice move. Could have got anywhere from 7 to 8 points there. Sea Wild is breaking through VWAP, trying to go higher. MWYN. I'm not familiar with this stock, but I have levels, so I must have tried to trade it a while back. I think I'm gonna leave that one alone though. All right, so with that, I think I'm gonna call it. I need to get to the gym. Pretty solid day so far. I'll be back probably around 6:15. See if we can use the rest of that buying power in any smart, good setups. Again, looking for kind of those treasury catalysts. I'll probably be watching ASST, CUPR, and JBDI. Basically anything I mean, we have 5 stocks right now that are over 100% gap on the day. So just watching those top gappers for setups. All right. Good luck, everyone.